All right, what's going on, you guys? So I found another developer diary that was posted on August 8th for Hearts Iron 4 Man the Guns. So this is actually really cool, and I'm hoping this fulfills my want of a certain feature that I'll add at the end. Hope you all are having a nice day. It's Wednesday, so that means it's time to roll out another dev diary. Today is going to be a bag of tricks diary covering several smaller features from Man the Guns and the 1.6 Ironclad free update. The large changes to naval things are occupying much of the team, so there will be a bit before I start giving you the details on that. But meanwhile, let's dip into some smaller yet juicy features. Faction leadership. Being the leader of a faction comes with a much larger degree of control. Once someone controls a faction that you are in, there has not really been any ways of taking over that control, except, of course, to leave and make your own. That's something that I ran into a lot of issues, especially if you're like the US and you're coming in to the Allies. England kind of runs the show. To be able to take over leadership in a faction they are in, a country must have more than twice the deployed manpower of the faction leader. Subject counts, but at varying strength depending on autonomy. Have more than 150% of the factories of the faction leader. It's easy for the US to go over England on that. Be in every war the faction leader is currently in, not having capitulated already. I think they're talking about France there. All right. Assume control leadership of allies. It will cost 200 to take over. Other faction members will be blocked from assuming leadership for the next 180 days. Okay, interesting. After paying a hefty amount of political power, and then the faction is yours. The faction leader will get an alert warning them if another country is close to qualifying, so they can take steps to avoid it if they want to. AI will generally play fairly nice here, but it will also possibly see candidates in the war screen at any time. Ownership can only change once every 6 months to keep things stable and predictable. That's good, because going from like one to another will be kind of a headache. All right, fielded mountain power, 2.33 million losses. You get the U.S. All right, so United Kingdom is the faction leader. The following members are currently capable or nearly capable of assuming leadership of this faction. France, 80%. United States, 87%. Okay, interesting. Cancelable focuses. Okay. Sometimes you accidentally click that focus and realize it wasn't at all what you intended, or the situation changed moments after you clicked. It doesn't happen all that often, but when it does, it can be very frustrating. So with 1.6, you will no longer be locked in and can cancel a focus and pick another. That's pretty cool, with few exceptions. Some focuses that fire off event chains or would otherwise break by being canceled halfway will still be locked in. The game will warn you in a tooltip ahead of time. To be nice to misclicks, we save a few days progress, but beyond that, you won't get it all back if you change your mind. So you still need to think through the choice of focus properly. All right. So you got cannot be canceled manually. The Great Purge. Interesting. Okay, cool. And naval and air exercises with fuel added to the game and a new repair system for ships. See a diary in the misty future, which I think I covered. Actually, no, that's coming, I think, probably this week. We felt that there was an argument for letting the player exercise their ship crews and air wings as well. Before, there wasn't enough ability to model cost, really. This means that you will be able to tell ships and air wings to go and exercise. This works a lot like training your land forces. Your forces take some damage and consume fuel while gaining experience, while also generating some global XP. Just like with land troops, exercise can only train them to a certain level. Experience levels on ships is nothing new, but for air wings it is. A trained wing will be performing better, and losing planes means you will be losing experience as well. It will be up to the player to decide how much training they can afford, and this will be heavily dependent on their access to fuel. Of course, experience is also gained in combat, as you would expect. Okay, that's cool. I like that you can now train air, naval, and land because, well, the military does that all the time. Train. That's all for this week. See you next week. Okay, so the thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about was assume control over allied armies. I've mentioned this in numerous videos. I said before, and single mod strategy podcasts and lots of things, that there was a feature in Hearts of Iron 2 that was done away with Hearts of Iron 3, which is if you are if you're part of the Allies or Axis or whatever, you can go to your, like for example, if you're the US, you can go to England and there'll be an option in the diplomacy feature where it would say something like assume control over allied armies. And when you do that, you could kind of be the Eisenhower, right? You can actually control English armies. You can move forces to the south of England, and when you're ready to invade invade France, right, or Germany, wherever you're going to land to take out Germany, you can actually have U.S. forces, English forces, and any free French forces that you have going at the same time, and not have to worry about an AI kind of going along with you, because the feature that they did to try to in Hearts of Iron 3 to kind of like have the AI work alongside you was you kind of went to a province and you told the AI, hey, I want you to go here. But you can never set a time or date. You just hope that the AI would come along with you on the, invasion. And a lot of times, sometimes it did, sometimes it didn't, and it became murky. I want an Eisenhower feature, honestly. And I was hoping in Hearts of Iron 4 they would. It doesn't look like they mentioned this in this. I was hoping they would add something like that into this dev diary, but maybe in the future. Anyway, that does it for this dev diary, guys. I will catch you in the next one. See you then.